Today's collectible spot, why we're having a look at the Diamond Select Toys Marvel vs. Capcom 3 A Fate of Two Worlds Minimates featuring Captain America and Ryu. Pretty good combination of characters. You get two of the top billing characters. I guess it's debatable whether you consider Captain America one of the top billing characters from the Marvel's side of things. But getting Captain America and Ryu, that's a pretty good combination. Featuring combinations up at the top, we've got Wolverine and Ryu about to battle it out. Ryu is charging up, although I gotta tell you, Ryu, you're standing pretty close to Wolverine. I'm thinking you're not going to get that off before he, I guess, sticks that into your forehead. And that's not good for anybody. On the side, we got Captain America. On the other side, we got Ryu. And then certainly on the back, the other characters that you can get. We have MODOK, Akuma. We got Amaterasu. I can never pronounce that name correctly. Thor, Ryu, Captain America, Wesker, Doctor Doom. So a pretty solid lineup of characters. Interested in this? You can go to www.diamondselecttoys.com for more. The read-up for Captain America says, fueled by the super soldier serum, Steve Rogers' unparalleled sense of justice makes him one of the most respected heroes today, and the ideal leader of the Avengers. Extremely proficient in boxing, judo, aikido, and various other fighting disciplines, he is also skilled with his one-of-a-kind shield, made from vibranium alloy. Ryu says Ryu's name gained great recognition amongst martial artists after he defeated the Muay Thai king in a fight. Now he wanders the globe, hoping to become a true warrior by engaging in battles with fighters he meets along the way. In addition to his unique fighting style, he also is able to focus his spiritual energy. We know what he can focus that into. Yes, indeed we do. What I am going to do is take a break. I'm going to get this opened up. When we come back, we're going to get a better look at Ryu and Captain America. Don't go anywhere. More on the way. Having a look first at Captain America. He is featured in his classic comic duds. Nice vibrant blue too, which I like. I'm surprised. There we go. I'm surprised that he doesn't have a lot of printing on the back. He's got his star and he's got the little stripes down below there. But a lot of the details seem to be reserved for the front of the figure, where you can see a little more of that scaled armor that he wears. Some nice detail actually on his chest and lower abdomen section. And we've got Captain America's very iconic mask. The wings on the sides, pretty nicely detailed, and I like the fact that they put that black in there as well. If it had just been straight out blue, I think it just would have been too much. The A is featured on the front, and yes, he does have a removable mask. We can take that off, and underneath is a bald Steve Rogers. Fear not, fear not. Something that Spot discovered as he got it out of the package, Steve Rogers does also come with his hair. Pegged into place. A nice sculpt on hair. It looks a little more yellow in camera, but it's actually a lighter yellow in person. Moving further down, got a brown belt. A little strapping on the side with a peg. We'll get into that in a second. It's a nice detailing in his knees. They've even sculpted in his knees. Well, they've printed in his knees. There we go. They printed in his knees, and actually that looks really nice. And then down below, his Buccaneer-style boots. As it stands, Captain America has the same articulation as every other Minimate, and also Ryu will have the same articulation. His head is on a ball joint, so it will move up and down, left and right. It's also beneficial that Spot changed out the mask for the hair, so you can see there's a little more movement going on. Sometimes when you put the mask on, when you start moving the head, yeah, you know what happens. It starts sliding as you see right here, it starts sliding that mask piece around as well. But you get lots of movement, Lots of free movement in the head. The shoulders on a ball joint. They move forward and back, out. He has a bend at the elbow. Rotation in the hand. And I guess to some extent, because this is a separate piece, his gloves move slightly as well. Yeah, he has a rotation in the waist. And then the legs go forward, back, out. He has a bend at the knee. And finally, a rotation in the foot. I'm really impressed with his face. I think they did a really solid job on his face. As a matter of preference, however, I'm going to likely keep the mask on him. It's more iconic for me. Going back to the peg on the side, it is exactly what you assume it would be for, because Captain America does come with his trademark shield. It's pretty clean. There's a little bit of bleed from the white there, but for the most part done really well. There's a peg hole on the back, so you guessed it. You can take the shield, peg it into that spot there, and now you've got Captain America with his shield. Couple with his articulation, which he has quite a bit of, you can get some really dynamic, maybe a little bit better than what Spot's done, but you can get some really dynamic poses out of him. Spot, how would you possibly get him to stand in a position like that? Diamond Select has also taken the liberty of giving us another display base, display stand for our Minimate. And actually, this base, I don't know what it is, but this base, the peg feels almost a little bit larger. That it holds Captain America very nicely. And there you have Captain America ready for action. I don't own very many Captain America Minimates. Let me just put that aside. I don't own very many Captain America Minimates. I really should, though. I really always liked the design of Captain America. This Minimate is by far, by default, also one of my favorite, if not my favorite Captain America. I think they really did an exceptional job on him. The alternate hair is a nice plus. Obviously, the shield pegging in. Maybe had there been a way to peg the shield on his back, that would have been a nice touch too. But still, a visible peg hole, a visible peg on his back would have been a little more, I don't know, obvious that maybe leaving it off probably was a better idea. Captain America, I'm going to give him a 7.5. Really, I'm going to give him an 8. I don't really have anything bad to say about the figure. It's done really well. Putting him down, let's have a look at Ryu. Yeah, really nothing bad to say about Ryu either. He's utilizing a standard Minimate body, although he does have the additional torso piece applied over top. It gives him a little more bulk, but understandable because he's wearing the his whatever this actually is called. I can't for the life of me remember, but yeah, he's got his gloves. Now are those sparring gloves? Sparring gloves. He's got his little bandana on there as well. He's barefooted, to be expected. It is Ryu, after all. Now, Captain America came with his shield, his hairpiece. That's a horrible way to describe it, but he did come with a hairpiece. What does Ryu come with? He comes with this. You can peg it into his hand. I don't know how well it works over the gloves that they've given him. Yeah, apparently just fine. Apparently it works just fine. His foot just unpegged. Let's put that back in there. There we go. So you can get a really cool attack from Ryu. Now, on top of using the one base that they've given for either Minimate, depending on your choice, they have also given you an elevated stand as well. So what you can do is slide that onto the foot, the underfoot of Ryu. And what you can do, providing he's not going to be too front heavy, put Captain America there, put Ryu here, and you've got yourself a really neat stand, a really neat display piece. Maybe if they had even made it just a little bit shorter, I feel it might be a little too high for Ryu. But very happy though, very happy that they've included this. I guess the only really downside I would say is this is a nice accessory. It makes him a little front heavy, but it's to be expected. I mean, this is a substantial piece of plastic. It's got some weight to it. Ryu's articulation would be the same as other Minimates, as well as Captain America. There goes his foot again. Not a big issue. You just peg it back into place. There we go. By preference, personally, I prefer the Captain America over Ryu. Ryu's a little more basic in design. There's not as much bells and whistles with him, being that he's wearing basically all white, a little bit of red. Captain America's got a little more charm, I think, going for him. But still, I really like him quite a bit. Ryu, I'm going to give him a 6.5. He's done well. I almost feel as if having him with a screaming face like Captain America would have fitted the character a little bit better. But that's just my opinion. Still, a really good 2-pack to pick up. If you can find it, still, I would say definitely worth getting. Today's collectible spot, we're having a look at the Diamond Select Toys Marvel vs. Capcom 3 A Fate of Two Worlds Minimates. We're looking at the 2-pack featuring Captain America and Ryu. Thanks for watching. As you always do, guys, certainly stick around. More collectible spots heading your way. See you guys next time. Haru!